Hello everyone, and welcome to my Royal Family Politics channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Through a major hobby, Kate provides insight into her preparation for her upcoming role as Queen. The Princess of Wales has long been an advocate for children's education and life enrichment beginning at a young age. When she ultimately succeeds Prince William as king, Kate, Princess of Wales, gave a hint as to what her priorities will be. The 41-year-old mother of three was surrounded by children this week as she attended the first ever children's picnic at the Chelsea Flower Show. The youngsters questioned her about being a member of the royal family. One pupil, Saren Fikramariam, 11, disclosed that she had questioned the Queen about her future intentions. She remarked, "I asked the princess what her first act as queen would be, and she responded she would help children." On the Pod Save the King podcast, royal analyst Jennifer Newton remarked that her response provided insight into her future objectives when she eventually ascends to the throne as queen consort in the years to come. "It does feel like quite a few of her engagements," Ms. Newton continued. "We know that one of her main goals for royal life is to focus on children, therefore she seems to be doing that." While helping kids may play a significant role in Kate's term as queen consort, she has already taken on this responsibility as princess. According to a source for People, Kate spent the previous several years finding her voice before starting what she called her life's work to help future generations of children at the beginning of 2023. She started the Shaping Us initiative in 2021, along with the Royal Foundation Center for Early Childhood, and in January, she unveiled her 5-year plan to influence how the nation views supporting children. This week, she carried out various engagements emphasizing the value of fostering relationships beginning in early life and continuing into adulthood. She responded to a question from a young person at the Chelsea Flower Show about what it was like to be a royal by saying, "You have to work hard, but you know the best thing about it is meeting kiddies like you." It appears that aiding children is her favorite aspect of her current position. Kate stated having 3 children of her own influenced her work. She and William have 3 children together, George, Charlotte, and Louis. In 2019, she stated in a lecture, "As a parent, I have learned just how important it is to foster our children's development in all areas, not just physical, as soon as they are born." The Princess of Wales has assumed more important roles since Queen Elizabeth's passing by accepting some of the late monarch's patronages. She has been named the patron of the charity Action for Children, which is similar to her life's work. Kate presently serves as the patron of both the Lawn Tennis Association and the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club. Kate, a keen photographer, currently serves as the late Queen's successor as patron of the Royal Photographic Society and frequently snaps photos of the royal family. Kate had been trying to learn as much as she could from the Queen ever since she married William and became a member of the royal family in 2011. She is an adoring mother, and she is making public contributions in the manner that we would like her to, according to a source who spoke to People in September 2019. It appears more frequently now. Our future queen has emerged from the youthful learner. Professor Green and Kate's conversation gives light on how friends and families' children are raised. Professor Green spoke with the Princess of Wales about the value of nurturing relationships during early infancy. During her second royal engagement of the day, the Princess of Wales spoke with British rapper Professor Green about his experiences growing up in kinship care, because he was raised by his grandmother. The two teamed up to shed attention on youngsters raised outside of the usual, such as by friends and family. The Princess and Professor Green met with trainees who had participated in the program's creative writing workshop about their personal experiences and the ways in which the workshop had benefited them during their visit. The artist is a Shaping Us champion because she has personal experience with the foster care system. Kate's project, Shaping Us, began earlier this year. The project strives to emphasize the value of the formative years. At a support group meeting in London, the Princess of Wales spoke with kinship carers to learn about their experiences looking after a friend's or relative's child. They also emphasized how important it is for them to raise the next generation. When a child cannot stay with their birth parents, they are cared for by their extended family or close friends, which is slightly different than adoption or foster care. Kate is meeting with a group of kinship carers to discuss their role in a child's development. They have received support from Kinship, a well-known charity for them. Professor Green, a kinship child reared by his grandmother, was present to provide first-hand knowledge. In addition, Kate will talk to them about the difficulties that caregivers encounter and the resources that have been made available to them. In England and Wales, over 162,000 children are currently being raised in kinship care, many of whom have already gone through trauma. Despite this, many people gain from having family or friends who can step in and take care of them. Kate spoke with a small number of adoptive and foster parents on her first visit earlier this morning to learn about the initiatives being taken to support young people who have experienced the care system. They talked about how crucial it is to give every child the supportive social network and the tools necessary to forge enduring relationships with others. The Foundling Museum highlights the story of the Foundling Hospital, which was established in 1739 and was the first children's charity in the UK. It was built to serve as a home for kids whose moms couldn't keep them or provide for them. Since its inception, the museum has provided a wide range of mentorship programs, creative initiatives, and training, all of which have been directed and developed by modern artists, musicians, and authors. The princess astonished royal fans on Monday at the Chelsea Flower Show by donning the same stunning hue of pink that she wore on Tuesday. After arriving in Chelsea on Monday, Kate had her second round of engagements on Thursday. The King and Queen arrived to the Chelsea Flower Show later that day, although the royal attended the event alone and without Prince William. Kate's role in the monarchy appears to have increased recently as the 41-year-old accepts an increasing number of solo engagements, many of which are related to her love for child development. Kate engages in issues important to her heart with Grayson Perry and Professor Green. On Thursday, the Princess of Wales made 2 appearances in London to raise awareness for issues that are closely related to her work in early childhood development. At a play date with kids who are being raised by kinship carers who aren't their parents yesterday, there was no standing on ceremony for the Princess of Wales. Kate got her hands dirty with the kids and knelt on the floor with her legs tucked under her, despite the fact that she was dressed in a beautiful ice pink Alexander McQueen suit that cost her £2,000 in white heels. "Very nice to meet you," she greeted everyone as she walked into a support group meeting at the St. Pancras Community Association in Camden, London, which is managed by the non-profit organization Kinship. She engaged in playtime with the kids, including one young boy named Daba, who was being raised by his 58-year-old grandmother Sandra. She also handed Daba a fidget popper. He offered Kate one of his jewels with a courteous, "Would you like this?" The princess reacted with, "Oh, you are so kind, thank you very much," as she admired his Paw Patrol toys. "Who do you have? Who are you? Is Sky there? How are they used? How will you handle them?" The boy exclaimed, "Pop, do you pop them in that manner?" It was Kate. He exclaimed, "I can do that." More than 162,000 children in the UK are being raised by close friends of their parents or relatives, which is twice the number of youngsters in foster care. Kate, 41, wanted to honor these parents on a day that emphasizes the value of fostering ties throughout childhood. One caregiver remarked to her, "Kinship care will benefit from greater awareness. We are overlooked. Everyone is aware of foster parents and adoptive parents, but not of us." Another person said, "Our children may experience stress from having many sets of parents. There are no instructions included with this." The rapper and television celebrity Professor Green, actual name Stephen Manderson, who has publicly expressed his love and adoration for his nanny Pat, who raised him as a child, joined the princess. He added that when he was born, his mother, Pat's daughter, was just 16 years old. His 18-year-old father only seldom participated in his life. Kate approached Pat, who was now in a wheelchair, and said, "Lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you." Green recalled, "When I first learned about kinship, I called my grandmother and said, 'Did you realize you were a kinship carer?' She responded, 'What? No.'" The princess remarked, "I don't think many people in our circumstance have heard of this term. They have little experience with it." "Yes," answered Green. "Family was just acting like family. But it's fantastic to know that there is now a charity to support people like her." "Why is your mother so elderly?" the youngsters used to ask me while I was in school. "That's my Nan," I would say. At that age, you don't know how to handle it. Generational disparities existed. We had extremely different musical interests, so when she turned up her Jason Donovan, she would order me to turn that bloody bang bang down. However, she truly means the world to me. The princess had before met foster parents and people who had gone through the foster care system when she went to the Foundling Museum. Kate serves as the patron of the museum in the heart of London that chronicles the history of the Foundling Hospital. It started taking care of mothers' abandoned children in the middle of the 18th century. A single anti-monarchy protester was holding two signs when the princess first arrived, but a police officer held the woman back as she got out of the car. Inside Lisa Faulkner, an actress with an adopted daughter, and Rose Kerslake, a mother of 3 who has fostered more than 50 children over the course of a decade, were 2 of the children and caregivers with whom Kate spoke. The princess also spoke with museum supporters and trustees, including the transgender artist Grayson Perry, who quipped that he'd chosen a smart casual look while donning in colorful flowery dungarees. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.